Hi and welcome to this video on Destiny 2. This video has been a long time in the making, but it is also going to be a very short video because I can't really cover a whole lot in what I'm wanting to cover. This video is covering skimmers and what you can actually do with them, because skimmers have so many crazy things you can do with them, from negating fall damage like you're about to see, and I'm talking while I'm editing this, not while I'm recording this. So there's going to be a little mix match in voice to what I'm doing. But with the skimmer, you can do all sorts of crazy shit. It is surprisingly a very fun skate game now with the skimmer edition. And the best thing is what you just saw there. The dash takes no energy, and you can see the energy in the gray bar down on the bottom left next to the symbol itself. That is how you can see how much energy you have, and the only thing that's take energy for the skimmer is the jump and the grind, whatever you want to call it. Both of those take movement or take energy, and those both are very handy, and you're going to see it. And why it's handy that the dash doesn't take energy is because of shit like that. You can dodge around, do a little bit of movement, and keep going, and have the grind just in case you really need it to cover distances. Like this shit. This is absolutely beautiful because the distances you can cover is as long as you have juice. And with the jump and then the drop and then every little thing you can do with it, you're going to see, because I do show off a good bit of it, how crazy this game can actually be with the skimmer. But there is a lot of nuances in how the skimmer is used. Like, for an example, the dash mechanic can be used to help you climb up things, different things like that. You're going to see me fumble here, but just observe the little fumbles, because it's little pixels, basically, that I am not getting it properly. Like here, I just fuck up. I don't pay attention to the juice, and I stop, because the juice is the only thing I really need to be able to cross gaps. And if the juice runs out while you're grinding, you're going to drop like a rock. So it's always good to have as much juice when you're trying to cover as much distance. But things like this, where you're trying to get height, it's always good to hold jump, because like the basic jump, you're able to get more height. But things like that, you have to be above it or pixel perfect on top of it, because of how geometry works in this game. It's surprising how skimmers and sparrows work, because the actual geometry of the ship actually matters. Like, front heavy vehicles are actually front heavy in this game, and it's gorgeous. Like, little things like that just make this game so much more of a world. And things like this, you're seeing me bounce a little bit, but still using the dash mechanic to get up places, because it's basically an extra pair of legs. And the reason why I didn't get up the first time is because it didn't let me jump, because I got off the ledge just by a little bit as I tried to jump. But you can cover things like that and just not have to worry about jumping as much, because you can easily use the mechanics to justify fucking up, basically. Things like this that you are seeing is all over Destiny. There's gameplay mechanics left and right that have little nuance that are just fucking gorgeous, that can do so many little things. And with that, I would love to see a Forge mode, basically, in Destiny 2, because of the capability with that. Like, what you could actually make as a community with a Forge mode of any sort in any game. Even Call of Duty could really benefit from a Forge mode. What you're about to see up next is going to be a good chunk, or a good pathway in the Dreaming City. That is just one good jump where I don't actually slow down at all, because I'm just trying to get through it. And it's actually very smooth and very fast. It shows off exactly how this shit works and how much you can actually do with it. The only downside to wanting to prioritize like skimmer use and playing this game like a skate game is there's not a lot of maps that are really fun for skating, because there's a lot of straightaways, because the old Sparrow, or the Sparrow, it's not old Sparrow because Sparrows are still being produced, but the Sparrows, they are not as maneuverable. They're only on the ground. They're basically a tired vehicle, but they have hover like this, but can't jump, can't glide, can't do anything like that. And that's why a lot of places have straightaways, but places like this allow you to have a little bit more fun. And of course, you can easily just go on the straightaway, go on the bridge, just easily do the straight path like Sparrow could. But if you're using a skimmer, use the skimmer. Have fun with it, because the amount of fluid movement you can have, the amount of freedom you have is fucking amazing. And there are so many places that I wish would allow me to jump across the gap, because it's one part of the level to the other, and it doesn't let me because invisible wall or something, even though I would be able to make it. And this happened in a couple of the Vex Network things and stuff like that. But a good example of the distances you can cover, look at this shit. I have covered this part before in a more in-depth how to use it, because I do have two older videos, a lot older when it first came out actually, covering these things, or covering the Sparrow or the Skimmer, because of how good it is and how much fun it is. Since then, I haven't gotten rid of it or haven't switched from it unless I needed to use Always on Time, because Always on Time is an exotic thing. But it's it's not because sparrows are bad. Sparrows are actually very, very good. Just I like the movement and fluid of this. Sparrows, I do think, need a little bit more of a boost for the wider community to like it more, because as it stands, sparrows are just, their skimmers are just kind of better. And the people that don't use a skimmer don't have a skimmer, kind of thing. Just a little tuning to the speed, I think, is all this needed. And with that said, Bungie, I would love to see a gun variant of the vehicle. I don't think it should have a lot of speed, like it should be the slow as fuck vehicle, but able to do some heavy damage, relatively speaking, or at least have an extra gun. Just something around those lines would be so fun, like a pike. And hell, we even have Elixir as our ally, so a pike would make sense. With all that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.